I built my life around this bright idea. I built my life around this insight I found.
Hello and be welcome to another episode of Let's Develop Bright Ideas. Today's one is about software architecture. So I happened to talk to a student a couple of days ago, and I asked him about the project he's currently working in. And he said, well, the project is going quite fine, but I hate to admit that we did the same mistakes we did in our last project. So I asked him about the mistakes, and he said, it's the architecture. We built an architecture in the beginning, and now we see that the architecture doesn't fit. So apparently we chose the wrong architecture, so we were unable to detect and implement the right architecture to start with. And this is really a quite interesting thing. I happened to come across a talk of Martin Fowler, which is actually about software processes, but he also refers to software architecture in the talk, saying there's no one-size-fits-all solution, which means what is the right choice in the beginning might not be the right choice later on. If the software grows and the requirements change over time, you know more about the actual requirements to your system, it might turn out that the architecture is not right anymore. That doesn't mean that you did a wrong choice in the beginning. The architecture you choose in the beginning might be quite fine in the beginning, but then the settings change, the world evolves around you, so you have to change, you have to adapt the architecture for it to actually fit your new requirements. And my honest opinion is that there's no way to get it right in the beginning, because what's right what's right later on, what's required later on, would be wrong in the beginning. And since you don't know where you're headed in the beginning, you never know in a project. There's really no way you can do it right in the beginning in the sense of doing it the way you need it later. So just forget about doing things right in that sense at all, because you're not doing it wrong, right? Don't know if that makes sense to you. Maybe you give me feedback what you think about this one. I think the key message is that it's not important to do everything right and to see the future, to predict future requirements and lay out your architecture to solve the problems you might gonna have somewhere. But it's important to react on change, to be able to refactor your architecture, so that whenever you see that your old architecture is not fitting anymore and you need another one, you can actually transform the old one to the new one, and then everything fits again. That's the right approach I think you should take. What do you think about it? Give me a thumbs up if you like that idea. Drop me a comment, send me a message if you have your own thoughts, your own ideas about that. And yeah, hope to see you next week.